Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. So we are into the topic of social and religious reform movements. From there, we discussed about so many social reformers, and in previous session, we talked about the social reformers for women, those who fought in favor of women, everything we discussed. So, according to the system, in olden days, the women were most of the families like royal families or whatever you take, they are in under such assumption that if women are educating themselves, if women are working in offices, if women will be working equally with the men, then the women are not is under the husband's control and also in the control of in-laws. So in those days, the people, even at present society also, there are so many people existing in the society, still that kind of discrimination is going on among the women. Why you have to work, why equal importance should be given to the women comparatively with men. So such kind of differences are going even now also in the society, but very in few areas. Okay, so the men or the people in the society used to think that if once the women is only, women should restricted only to the house to do the domestic work and household works rather than going outside. But when generations are passing, the trend also will change like anything, and drastic change has come in the society, in the minds of the people. So the people, most of the people are thinking that if women started earning, if women started educating herself, if women started earning money, so that woman will not be under the control of either to her husband or to her in-laws. So this kind of assumption was there. And the women in those days, as we discussed, Sati movement, Sati Sahagavanam, this movement was very rapidly, it was there. Okay. So what is the meaning of Sati Sahagavanam? If any lady or woman, if she lost her husband, along with her funeral, along with the husband's funeral, even though she is alive, she used to throw in the same fire, which is called as Sati Sahagavanam. Okay, so even sometimes what happens, even the Britishers also started criticizing the India's culture and traditions, which is very, very bad on our part. Being an Indian, we have to support our system, we have to encourage our system, we have to respect women along equally with the men. But is it happening? It is not happening. Even in present society also, in most of the families, if you observe in your relatives only, the nearby your in your within your families only, the daughter-in-law means kodal, she doesn't have any right to speak a single word with her husband in front of in-laws. That kind of custom is going on still in the society. It is nothing but murkhatva antaru chusara, that is nothing but. So it's like, foolishness. When society is changing, when technology is improving, why don't you change your mind along with the period? No, ego feeling will come in between. Okay, so they don't want to appreciate any women over here. Why they don't want to appreciate? Because she is also working, she is working within the house, she is able to manage all the household work, she'll cook, she'll wash, she'll maintain total family, along with equally she is going out and she is earning income for the family, which is helpful for the entire family. That point is not able to digest by the husband or his parents. The one and only ego, nothing but. So whatever the, what can I say, whatever injustice is happening towards the women, whatever discrimination is showing towards the women, discrimination means nothing but differences, the differences which are facing, the humiliation which are facing by the women, by taking this Raja Ram Mohan Roy, a great social reformer, he started fight against the system, and he is the one who wants to abolish child marriage, first of all, the main thing. And at the same time, along with Kandukuri Veerashalingam Pantul Garu, even he also wants to bring a change for Widow Remarriage Act he wants to. Okay, so the way he started the movement in Bengal and the way he started Brahma Samaj in the year 1828, after the death of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, his followers maintained for some years, and later some differences arose among the members of the Brahma Samaj members. It broken into small organizations and they are managing on their own. So, the way Rajaram Mohan Roy in Bengal started a movement in favor of the women, there is one more leader whose name is Vidyasagar. He is also observing the differences, the discrimination, the humiliation, the injustice, whatever is happening against the women. That point he is not able to digest. Why the women are discriminating in the society? Why they do not have right to educate themselves? Why they do not supposed to go to the colleges and go to do the jobs and all this? Something or the other is taking back every woman to do so. Something is taking back means nothing but our old beliefs, our old beliefs, our old customs and traditions, which way the people are not allowing a woman to go out of the house, whereas she has to restrict within the house itself. So by observing all such kind of conditions, all such kind of restrictions against the women, one more Bengal leader arose in Bengal with the name of Vidyasagar. He also wants to fight against two aspects here. Even he is also not interested. He is against the child marriage. Okay, and also he wants to fight for widow remarriage. Widow child remarriage. So what does it mean? When men lost his wife, he's going with the 2 or 3 marriages at a time. Okay, then the same rule, why not applicable to the women? So her life should not end at one point. Okay, she is not supposed to live alone throughout her life, because children will be there, but children are only up to certain time. Children will exist with the parent, mother or father, whomever they are. Once if the children, they settled in their own life, they are not going to stay with the parents. They are moving somewhere or the other. Then who will look after about a single mother? Did you ever think about that? No, no one is there to think in such a way. To think in such a way, we should have a broad mind. We should have a broad mind. So, if men or women, whomever, if they are going with second marriage, don't be under assumption that everyone are interested to enjoy only sexual life. Sex is a part of the life, but it is not a life. Okay, so it is only a part of life. The people, those who are taking that sex is only the life, those people will marry 2 or 3 or n number of marriages, because there will not be any satisfaction with one woman or one man. Like so many people are existing in the society. Nothing wrong to discuss or nothing is there to hide here, and nothing feel to shy also at the same time. So, widow remarriage means nothing but, it doesn't mean that a woman should marry once in everybody's life it will be. The first marriage, unknowingly, knowingly, if anything happens to her husband at very young age, her life should not complete there itself. So, we have to think about the further life of that woman, and we have to go with the second marriage, which is, there is no wrong in that. That too, there will be a certain age. So, when observing this Vidyasagar, he wants to, and also he against to the men who are going with 2 or 3 marriages at a time. It means nothing but the man who is maintaining 2 to 3 families at a time, he is completely against to that. So, Vidyasagar also, he started many movements and he fought against the child marriages, and at the same time he wants to, what is that? widow remarriage. And finally, after struggling a lot, in the year 1855, in which year? In the year 1855, Widow Remarriage Act was formed or framed by the Constitution of India in the year 1855. Who brought this act here? Vidyasagar. He struggled a lot. He fought against the system, what happening against the women. What kind of discrimination is showing towards the women. So by taking, he observed for many years the men who is maintaining 2 to 3 marriages at a time, the women who is going to burnt along with the dead body of her husband even after she is still alive, which is called as sati. So they shivered like anything by observing all such kind of issues in the society. So there itself one thought process has been come in their mind, and they started the movement, and they want to fight against the child marriages. And at the same time, in the year 1855, one separate law exclusively made for women. If any woman lost her husband, the widow remarriage, that women supposed to go with the second marriage as per the law. So this is all about the social reformers and everything. Okay. So as I said, even in Muslims also, not only in one religion these social reformers are existed. Even Islamic religion also, there are some more reformers are like Syed Sir Ahmad Khan. We discussed about him, what he did and everything. And one more Islamic religion social reformer, his name is Mohib Hussain. What is his name? What is his name? Mohib Hussain. He is also one of the social reformer from which religion? Islamic religion. Are you there in the class?
Yes.
Then why don't you respond? See, there is one social reformer in Islamic religion whose name is Mohib Hussain. He made a journal. Journal means nothing but a paper with the name of Mullim-e-Niswan. What is that? The paper name is Mullim-e-Niswan. In this, he prescribed the discriminations which is going against the women. Which is going against the women. And even Mohib also says that he is completely against with the Parda system. As we discussed in earlier session, this Parda system only restricted only to the royal families. Royal families means upper caste. Okay. Royal family ladies. Which system it is? Parda system. Parda system means nothing but burqa.
To cover the face.
Yeah. Not face only face, total body. Only eyes are visible to see. Rest of the body along with their hair, they'll cover with one burqa, which is called as Parda system. Okay. Being as a Muslim, that is Mohib Hussain, he also completely against the tradition of his own religion. Against the tradition of his own religion. So, even critics also will be there. Being as a Muslim, instead of accepting or instead of taking in a favorism, he is fighting against so and so system. So, here also this Parda system in those days, it was restricted only to the royal families but not to the lower caste Muslims. But later, when days are passing, when years are passing, when generation after generation are changing here, this Parda system even spread to the lower caste of Muslims also. Lower caste of Muslim ladies also. So here even one more cause, one more major cause. In Muslims, they are highly restricted to the domestic works. They are highly restricted to be inside the house but not out of the house. They are not supposed to go to the colleges and schools. They are not supposed to talk with the men and men in front of the men. They are not supposed to move in front of the men also. So such kind of serious restrictions used to be followed by the Muslims. Even nowadays also, if you go to Old City or some other place in Hyderabad, you can find so many people with the same kind of mentality. Once you go and visit Old City, the way they constructed their houses, చిన్న ఈగ కూడా దూరదు వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో. That much of secret, or what, I'm unable to find the word also. So that kind of the way they constructed their houses, we could not see. Even you tried a lot, you could not jump into their house also, because their house gate only up till there, no one can see. So that kind of height will be maintained by the houses. So nowadays, even in at present society also, Muslims religion, the customs and tradition did not change completely. Even Sania Mirza also, a famous tennis player, she was seriously criticized by her own religion people. Being a Islamic lady, how the way she is wearing clothes and playing the tennis. How tennis will play? By wearing saree, full of chudi and all that, we should play the tennis. There should be a proper way to play any game. According to that, they have to go. Whether the lady belongs to Islamic religion or Hindu religion, it doesn't matter. If you want to become a tennis player, if you want to make yourself perfect in any particular area, you have to come completely out of the blind beliefs. If you set a certain goal, try to reach to that goal. I have this desire, I want to become a teacher, or I want to become a tennis player, I want to become a film star, but my restrictions are not allowing me. One side, you have a desire to become a film star. On the other side, you will be restricted with. You choose any one path, either this or this. If you want to choose this, then forget about all the restrictions. And you will be the ultimate answerable person to each and everyone, those who are coming to you and if they want to criticize you. This is your life and you have every right to lead your life on your own, according to your choice, according to your convenience, and no one is exempted and no one should come or interfere in your somebody's life. Okay, so this Mohib Hussain also completely against the Parda system. In olden days, it was restricted only to the royal families, and later stages even it was spread to the lower caste Muslims also, which he is not supposed to accept or in favor. So there are some more people in the society, those who are trying to make some disunity between the Hindus and Muslims. Somehow or the other, somewhere or the other, the Hindus and Muslims wants to be very friendly with each other. But few people are there, those who will not support, those who don't want to encourage the friendship or the relation or the unity which is existing in between Hindus and Muslims. Those people are more dangerous than a poisonous snakes, according to Mohib. According to Mohib, he was telling that, the people, those who are trying to maintain, those who are trying to disturb the disunity of between Hindus and Muslims, because somewhere around Hindus and Muslims wants to be friendly together, but within the same religion, few people are fighting against that. Why, being as a Muslim, why we supposed to be friendly with Hindus, which is not at all correct. Being a Hindu, why you want to make friendship with a Muslim, which is not at all correct. So in both the ways, both are wrong. Okay, so there are few people who wants to maintain a friendly relation without taking their religion into consideration. Whether they are Hindu or Muslim, it doesn't matter which religion they belongs to. The one and only vision, they want to make a friendship between both of them. So few people are there, those who are not ready to accept that, and they want to make some kind of create some kind of what can I say, disputes between the Hindus and Muslims. And according to Mohib, what he said, the people, those who are they to create disunity among the Hindus and Muslims are more dangerous than a poisonous snake. విషపూరితమైన పాముల కంటే ప్రమాదకరమైనదిగా భావించారనమాట. వై పీపుల్, హిందూస్ అండ్ ముస్లిమ్స్, one few people wants to maintain a friendly relation, but within the same religions few people are there to take them back. That forcefully they are taking back that you are not supposed to make a friendship with Hindus, you are not supposed to make friendship with, be friendly with Muslims. So such kind of uneasy and unhealthy environment people are creating in the society, and those people will be treated as more dangerous than the poisonous snakes. So till now we discussed about the social reformers, whomever they fight against sati or child marriage or widow remarriage, whatever you take. We observe only men are in the form of social reformers. Okay, but in addition to men social reformers, even we could find some women social reformers are also there in the society. Just for example, one of the social reformer I'll tell you, Savitribai Phule.
Okay.
Savitribai Phule is a women social reformer who is the wife of Jyotirao Phule. Jyotirao Phule. Okay. So she is also said to be a social reformer, is one of the women. In my next session, let us discuss about the social reformer Savitribai Phule, the wife of one more social reformer, that is Jyotirao Phule. What is his main aim? To take his wife, to bring his wife into the movement, and what are the qualities of Savitribai Phule, and what she is supposed to do, and what is her main target, and what are her aims. Let us discuss in the next session. Thank you.